What starts with L and ends with
So
N?
what starts with L and ends with N is linear regression. So आज हम सीखने वाले linear regression. So it is a fundamental statistic method or model. And what is the use to find the best fit line describing the relationship between the dependent variable and independent variable. जो भी हमारे पास variable है उनके relation find out करने के लिए हम use करते हैं. So हमारे पास कुछ independent variable है और dependent variable is here the temperature. So हम temperature find out करने के लिए in dependent variable का use कर रहे हैं. So this is what it describes. And to find the best fit line, so this is the best fit line for this points. I'm going to talk about this in later part, but first we'll what is the points. So the goal is to minimize the distance between the actual and predicted value. Now, what is actual value and predicted value? Actual value means the value which is, so for example, in this example, इस example में ये है कि उस दिन temperature 23 था और हमने predict कर लिया as a 25 और 24 something like that और we have predicted as a 23. तो हमने क्या prediction किया, बराबर से predict किया. तो वही बोलना है कि उसका जो distance है, उसका जो gap है between the actual and the predicted value वो हमें कमी करना है, minimize करना है यहाँ पे. Okay, so that is the goal of that linear regression. And there are two, so ये एक linear regression है. linear regression यानी एक relation linear equation पे ये मॉडल या ये एल्गोरिथम डिपेंडेंट है. तो उसके दो टाइप है, एसएलआर और एमएलआर. एसएलआर इज द सिंगल लीनियर रिग्रेशन और सिंगल एंटिटी इज देयर, सिंगल वेरिएबल इज देयर, एंड मल्टी लीनियर regression. So there are n number of variables. So for example, in this scenario or in this example, we have 1 and 2. These are the two variable we have right now. So and it comes under a multi-variable. When we have a single or one variable, that we will use single linear regression. Okay, and for that we have equation is y is equal to mx plus c. This is a linear equation that we have, and depend on that we have two equations. So how that we have created, like this is m and x, this is the variable 1, this is variable 2, and if we have a n number of variables, so for example we have a 25 variables, so it will be counted that 25 variables, so I have used n and n, so n number of variables will be there, so we can have that variable, and plus c is nothing but the slope and m is the intercept over there. So how do we calculate? For that we have an equation, and by using that equation we calculate m and c. And when we write a Python program, we don't need to calculate those things. हमें calculate करने की जरूरत नहीं है. It will be automatically calculated for you. That coefficient will be getting for you. It will be printed by we have a library for that sklearn, and we'll just print that. But when we working, and if you want to calculate that, we have that m and c equation that you can point out by. So for example, you have only 10 to 9 point, you can calculate that, and for every single point that will be constant, that this values will be constant. You have just need to put m and x1 and x2, and c's value, you'll get the y over there, the predicted value. So this is the actual value. We can say that this is the actual value, and we can have that predicted value, one more column over there, and we can say that this is the predicted value. Now how it works, so मैंने बोल दिया कि ये equation है, but how that works, ये जो minimize कैसे करता है. So the method called ordinary least square, OLS. So this is a sum of square